One of the questions that I often get asked is, how do you balance and use both your masculine and feminine energies? And so in this video, I wanted to first of all state the importance that yes, you do need to be able to use both your energies if you want to have a full, amazing life where you are achieving your manifestations, because otherwise it's not going to work. Masculine energy and feminine energy combined make a baby. They combine make money. They combine make results in your health, in your fitness, and everything. So you do need both. So I'll give you a couple of examples. So in my business, masculine energy, how it's used is the structures that I have. Okay, so my website is the masculine structure of my business. The way that we process payments, it's like very consistent. Like you show on the site, you go on the site, you choose a course, you put it on your cart, you create an account or log into your existing client account, you put your credit card information in, you press checkout, and you know that the course is immediately delivered, right? That's like the masculine structure creates safety for my clients and my customers, because it's like a predictable process that they can go through, right? So that, like the structure of the whole thing, the company's terms and conditions, the company's SOPs, all of those things are how I use masculine energy in my business. How I use feminine energy in my business is my mastery. So my skill sets, my qualifications, my expertise, like the art form of the entire thing. So my frameworks, my process of getting results for clients, all of that is my feminine art. And so that art is grounded in and makes me money because of the masculine structure. So think of it this way. Think of the starving artist. The starving artist is starving because they're too much in their feminine. They've got art, but they have no structure. There's nothing holding the whole thing up. So that's a business example of how I use both feminine and masculine energetics. Now, my experience of my business and how much I'm enjoying it, all of that is dictated by the masculine structure. Because imagine if I didn't have the masculine structures, and every time someone wanted to buy something, they had to message me, I had to send them a link, I had to manually give them the course. Like, that would not create a really good experience for me. Maybe in the beginning when I only had 4 or 5 people, but if you've got thousands of people buying stuff from you, you need a really good structure so that you can have fun and you can stay in your flow of your mastery, because you're not having to do all of those things for yourself, right? So that's one example. A second example is my home gym, my workout routine, my discipline that says, okay, this is when we're working out. That's all of the masculine structure. The feminine part is me enjoying my workouts. Now, here's where this is really important. There's days where I don't really enjoy my workout. Just being honest with you. As much as I do love generally working out, there's days where I just don't. I'm just like not enjoying it, but it is the masculine structure that still gets me doing it. It's the discipline that still gets me doing it, because I've learned the hard way that when you go too much in your feminine, then you're just all in your feelings. You're not going to get anything done. This happened to me when I was in like my self-aware Barbie era, like full on, and I was just now trying to integrate feminine energetics into my life more fully. And then I was like, I don't feel like working out today. And then the next day I don't feel like working out. And then the next day I don't feel like working out. And then I feel like eating more, and I'm gonna eat this. And all of a sudden I started undoing all of my results. I started like getting pudgy, gaining a extra pound here and then an extra pound here. And then I had to get really honest with myself that the reason my life has results, I have receipts, is because both energetics need to be integrated. They almost need to be braided together. If I'm in too much in my masculine, then life becomes hard. It's too dreadful. It's like I'm doing things, but they're not fun. If I'm too much in the feminine, then things are really fun in the beginning, and then all of a sudden they're not fun because things are not going well. There's no structure, there's no systems, there's no discipline, and it turns into chaos real quick. Because remember, both masculine, feminine energies have like shadow sides. And so masculine shadow side is like overly controlling and like hard and rigid, and like feminine shadow side is addiction, chaos, and lack of like structure in your life, and that's not good. So that's what will start happening if you don't have that. Now, another area where you might not even think requires masculine energy is my feminine self-care routine. Believe it or not, in order to be able to show up the way that I do, holding my full life, my marriage, my beautiful home, my kids, my business, my fun, my results in my body, how I feel every day, all of that requires my feminine self-care. But in order to show up for my feminine self-care, I need masculine discipline again, structures. If I don't say, hey, every morning starts with prayer and grounding exercises and all the things I gave you guys in my 3-week nervous system reboot, which I highly recommend because it has both the feminine and masculine energetics built into it. If I don't have that discipline, then what happens is when I'm feeling really great, I skip everything because I'm like, oh, I don't need self-care, I feel good. And then before you know it, I'm not feeling so good, and then now I need to go to it. And it becomes kind of like this nasty feeling thing where you're only gonna do your journaling and your grounding and your practices when you're not feeling good, and you're gonna ditch them the second that their life is good. I don't know, something about that doesn't feel good to me. It's like praying only when things are bad, but like not even turning to God when things are good. Like not being in gratitude, but like don't be that person, you know, that you only go to God or you only do the things when you desperately need them. Masculine structure systems will give you that discipline to show up, because remember, there is no feminine without the masculine. It doesn't exist, because then the whole thing, it's like saying that there is river without the riverbed. No, that's just a puddle of water. There's no river without the riverbed. So we need those structures. So I wanted to give you like 3 concrete examples, because a lot of times it's hard for people to know how this actually shows up. Now, there is a whole somatic experience of feminine and masculine energetics in your body, which I'm going to be teaching you in lesson 1 of my upcoming duality course. I know many of you guys have been waiting for this course. A lot of people found the pre-order on my website before I even announced it and signed up. You guys have been waiting for a bit. So it is happening in October 10th. So 10/10, the course starts. In the first lesson, we're actually talking about the somatics of masculine feminine energy. So for example, if you're in your feminine and you need to be in your masculine, I'm going to show you how to switch in your body. If you're in your masculine and you need to be in your feminine because that's what's needed in the moment in front of you, then I'm going to teach you how to switch in your body. So instead of just understanding it like from the neck up in a very heady, informative way, you're gonna know the soma of it. Like, how does that function inside your body? And so that is starting. You can learn about all the lessons in duality on the sales page. So I will link my 3-week nervous system reboot as well as my duality course in the description box. And both of these are included for Kainat members. So if you guys are not familiar, Kainat is my 1-year mentorship container with me, and it gives you 4 different semesters worth of courses, and then it also gives you office hours. So currently we are in the entrepreneur semester, but in the office hours, my students they can ask me anything. So there's women in there that are dating. They also have businesses, but they're dating, and they don't want to wait until the semester on dating. So they can ask me questions. We meet twice a month in there. And it's like hot seat coaching. You can come up, ask any of your questions, and receive immediate feedback from me on anything that you need. So all of that will be linked in the description box. I love you. Leave your key takeaways, and I'll see you in the next one.